Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Rhadamant Plays Stationeers Venus, which originally aired live on Twitch. Let's get started. Actually, this way. There'll be less mess. Nope. Right, now we go uninstall the last set of stairs. We'll set them up here. I'm going to put another landing, obviously, right next to this current landing. I'm going to change the angle, actually, just to look a little nicer. Oh, nope, I did that wrong. I'm being fussy about design. Can you believe it? Chunk! This song is called Magenta by Sextile. There we go. So that looks good. And then this will be the hydroponics up here on this floor. So what I'll probably end up doing is having it be I'm gonna remove these here. Because the base gets a little bit more beautiful. Where's my sheets? And I'll be able to see sun from my bottom floor, which is kind of nice. And also, the base is less voluminous, which is going to be easier for me to pressurize and all that. Here's my sheets. All right, so the kit walls. Let's figure this out. Do window here. Oh, they should face inwards, actually. So, because they just are prettier. So 1, 2, 3. It's a little strange, I know, a little strange, but I'm trying to make the best use of the space. So let's print up some more kit walls. And then we'll just wall up this area. And this will be my farming area up here. Huh, my furnace, yeah. I keep forgetting it gets hot. And then I'll have to double paint everything, but, yeah. Hope I have enough steel for all this. Yeah, I probably will. It's gonna look weird. It's gonna look like some Art Deco nonsense. definitely some Art Deco nonsense going on. That's our vibe, yo. Come on, there we go. As you can see, just a little bit of base and it's like a lot of volume. Tis expensive, right? So now it's just the greenhouse part that we have up top. So I'm gonna start, how many do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 6. So 15 more kits. Kit walls. Okay. Something like that. You eat ice cream with chopsticks? Yeah, you're the only one in the entire universe that does that. I can pretty safely say. Y'all talking ice cream, and I'm sitting on Venus. Making me jealous. Now, there's different ways to grow plants. I'm just going to use natural sunlight because I have it. But if you don't have natural sunlight, there's other methods that you can employ to grow. And I'm just going to keep printing up the kit walls. So I'm going to have enough to protect me from the next day, but I'm not going to have enough to double layer up my entire base for pressure. I'm not quite there yet. But I'm going to use the last of my steel to just keep printing up the wall kits. All right, so I think that's done. Now I just need to add plastic and glass to them. And then tomorrow, tomorrow we'll be getting more steel. So doing a run of steel production, which means mining. This base is going to look something weird, man. Elevators are honestly a little bit more efficient than stairs. I know how strange that sounds, but I'm fine with this. Because elevators are also slow. And clunky. Oh god, the sun's coming up. No, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I don't want to be racing the sun. I'm not ready. I need to print up more. Ah! Panic! Stop! Alright, Silicon, where are you? Plastic sheets. Glass. If I have to, I can go into my airlock and just sit there for the day. Like a freaking dunce. But I hope not to have to do that. I have to do it. What's the external temperature? Oh, okay. It's not terrible yet, but I'm not going to get there in time. How many is left? Like 7? Let's go for 6. Quickly! Quickly! I don't want to be in my airlock. Oh, crap. Airlock. Alright, if it's more than 6, I'm duncing. Getting hot. Am I perfect? Did I do it? External temperature, 230. Yeah. You can't heat me. Suck it. Suck it, son. All right. Nice. Whew. It is only 137 in this. Oh, and my kit battery is full. We're literally full of power. I'm over 9,000 watts, kilowatts. Well, yeah, actually, I'm over 9,000 watts. Pressure test now? No, I'm not double walled, so I can't survive a pressure test. I would need internal and external windows. Would you recommend mucking around in dev mode in this game to get used to everything? Yes. You don't even need to do it in dev mode. Just do it in space mode. So how many kit walls do I have? 28. Let's do a count of... I'm obviously going to need more than 28. So let me... all of the remaining steel I have put to walls. So let's see. If we want to keep these as see-through, we're going to need 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. Roughly 48 additional walls with associated plastic and glass. And that is what we need to probably pressurize the base. You're not sure if Suck It Sun is Twitch appropriate? It is. I don't think the sun's going to be upset. So I'm going to go with 50. I'll do a nice even 50 because at 50, it's best to have more than you need because if one blows out or something gets broken or I throw something at the wall real hard or whatever. You tried to count, you lost at 30. I mean, went real fast, but I would say like 50 or 60 is probably good. And we're obviously going to need more than we currently have. So the challenge in this game is you have to put stuff... You can't attach stuff to windows. As I will... How do I demonstrate that? Like a solid generator, right? This solid generator can't be placed on these kit walls, right? It can only really be placed on the frames, which is why you have to do this awkward, like, 3-tiered thing. Now, it's possible to do it on the kit wall. What you'd have to do is you'd have to build a frame here, place the whatever you want on it, remove the frame, and then put the wall down. It doesn't allow for like redesigns all that easy or effectively, right? So that's why I tend not to build elegantly, but build efficiently, which is with the frames. My filter is low. Well, you know what? I don't like that, so I'm gonna get myself a new filter. Actually, 2 new filters, and that will be all of the iron I have. Oh, no! One of the net effects of adding the windows on the inside is I cannot really get to this import. I can build a chute system, whatever. Filter for carbon dioxide. I'll move this bench or something, I don't know. Yeah, I could move it. I'll just move it. I have nothing else to do during this daytime anyway, right? All right, so there's 2 no filters. Spit out the iron. I guess I'm gonna move my storage again. I know how you all feel about that. Oh, where's my screwdriver? There it is. I'm not even gonna take anything off this. I'm just gonna let it all spill. Splump is the noise it makes. And that's backwards. Multiplayer is really challenging this because, as one could imagine, it would be so unbelievably easy for a player to just go up to a window with a crowbar and just like crowbar your window and kill everybody. Like, it is so easy to die in this game that when you're playing multiplayer, you have to be real careful of everybody. Like, everybody's sus. Trust nobody. They sus. They sus as hell. And that's I would say one of the downfalls of this game is, even if they're not trying to kill you, it is very, very easy to not know what you're doing and just to get everyone killed anyway. So if you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go out right now. If someone went outside of my base right now, like, we would be screwed. Because without proper airlocks, we're sort of dead. So it's one of the challenges of the game. Some of this plumbing probably could move and be condensed. So this system here, I'm gonna break down a little bit and make it more efficient. What temperature is it out? It's still too hot. Oh, also these, well, I need these walls here anyway. How do you know what temp your suit can handle? Because I've been out, trial and error. I've been out in extraordinarily hot temperatures and gotten my suit melted off my flesh. And that's a pretty good indicator that it's too hot. Is the long, the quick answer. I think in the game's encyclopedia it will tell you what temperature that is exactly. But without the encyclopedia, it's trial and error. Oh, this is an air conditioner. That's not correct. Air conditioners kind of suck in this game. Don't use them. Use wall coolers. So I'm just compressing this design so that it takes up less room. This room is at the premium. All right, that tank fill doesn't really work there though, does it? Actually, let's do the tank fill on the ceiling. I like it. Costs a little bit more pumps or pipes, but pipes are cheap as hell, so. Hey, music, what's going on? All right, so there's the tank fill for it. There. Same system. It's not plugged in yet, but same system, just a lot more condensed. What goals do we have today? That's a good point. Make steel is my current goal. Or not die, but more specifically make steel. So the steel is going to allow me to double wall up everything. But let's plug this filtration in first. So one of the things about this filtration now is because of the angle I have it at, it's going to be a little bit trickier to plug in. I'm going to have to go around like this. Can I snake it through here? No, probably not. How do I do this? Cables are cheap. I'll just run it like this. I just didn't want to stand on the pipes, which was annoying, but standing on cables, you don't even feel it, so. Let's complete this network. And then we'll work on steel. Now, what I'm doing right now is kind of dumb because the cables are underground. So they're going to be, if they ever burn out, they would be really, really, really difficult to find the burnout. So I'm going to have to mine in that spot. But I'm about to grab my mining drill anyway. So now, if done right, this can turn on. It does turn on. Good. All right, let's switch belts. Go to the mining belt. Yeah, you never want to bury your cables in this game. Like, in real life, might be a good idea. In this game, no, not a good idea. So now we're going to have composite windows here. And the double windows that I'm building here should be able to withstand the pressure of vacuuming. If not, I'm in trouble. If not, like, I have to then, you know, it's going to be a pain. Because then I'll have to like replace gas over time and filter it, which is just kind of a pain. I could do it. I have the know-how at least. It's just it's unpleasant. All right, so let's reveal this cable so that if I ever have a fuse problem, I can actually maintain it. So now we're after 150 iron and I'm gonna get some gold though. 150 iron and 50 coal. Do they leak heat from the outside to the inside? So the pipes would, yes. But they don't leak quick. What would you say is the easiest map by far? If you want to try this out, go space creative mode. Or moon is pretty easy. Moon is ridiculously easy. Mars is pretty easy. I would say the moon is even easier than Mars. Yeah. Solar tracking is easier on the moon. The sun is stronger on the moon. You don't have atmospheric gases that can kill you on the moon. Yeah, the moon is probably the easiest. Man, I'm finding everything but coal. It's gold still. Here's some coal. Or, well, Luolan or whatever it was called doesn't exist anymore. But if you don't go to the current branch, that would be the easiest, because that planet was already atmospherically pressurized and all that. But I suppose it depends on your skill set. If you're like, if you're really good at like coding, you know, and you could code in MIPS, nothing's really that hard. Do resources spawn in pockets? They do. Most of the time. Sometimes you can have like singletons, is what I called it, where it's just like one little resource on its own, but most of the time they're in pockets like this. Much like Minecraft, right? Is the resource miner a good goal to finish up the base? It really depends on what you're trying to do with the base. Like, in a lot of cases, people will finish up by launching a rocket to space, kind of like RimWorld, and that's the finale. But it really depends on what you're trying to do, right? Like, if you're just, it's a sandbox game. There is no set goal. Now, in this sandbox game, eventually there's going to be like combat and stuff. You're going to get invasions and insect swarms, and you have to fight and defend and trade and stuff like that. But that's not exactly in yet. Some of the incidents are in. So I could say like fault of device or grounder attack. Grounders are very much like Let me close this. Grinders are very much like in Half-Life. Half-Life grounder insects. So there are some sort of combat now, but they're not. It's not built into the game right now. The only thing that can happen to you, besides your own dehydration and starvation and stuff like that, is storms. That's the only thing that can mess with you, and I'm really hoping I don't have a storm here. Now that I mentioned that. Yeah, you could get laser weapons and laser rifles and kill the grounders when they spawn. All right, come on, need just like 50-ish more. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get all the iron I need before sunup though, or iron. Well, and yeah, make the steel. We'll see. I'm getting close, though. Alright, so that's all the iron and coal I need. Let's feed it into the furnace, and then try to heat the furnace up. And it has to be in the perfectly right ratio. This is important not to screw up. All right, so temperature, what is it in K? I hate this. Steel needs to be at least 100. All right, let me just get my atmospheric analyzer. I don't know what temperature this is. Okay, that's way too cold. Let's try adding some volatiles. Oh my god, my stupid jetpack is fighting me. That's more volatiles than I needed. I'm guessing there's no oxygen in here. Oh, there is. Can you light? I think there's too much. Oh, there's way too much X and... Yeah, okay. I see the problem. I don't know if I could fix it in time for sunup. No, I probably can't. Darn. Crud. So the issue is it's full of like waste gases, and I never emptied it out. So atmo, spherics, iron, gold, copper. Oh my god, that is so annoying. So from the last combustion, yeah, I need more iron. From the last and the sun up's here already. Son of a bee. Can I get a little iron before sun comes up high enough? I know this is an iron, but I need copper too. I like could see into the earth there. That was weird. So what I need to do is I need to be pulling out this is not enough iron. I need to be pulling out the waste gases, X and CO2, out of the furnace and keeping the hydrogen and the oxygen in there so that they can combust. And that was what was going on. The furnace was so full of waste gases that it wasn't you know, combustible. I know I'm heating up. That's enough racing the sun. Oh God, look at it. I feel like I'm staring at the covenant of the Ark. Inside, inside, inside. All right, all this beautiful iron. Let's smelt it. Yeah, I can't play... This isn't like request your own song because, of course, copyright. So the way to do it is to build one of these filtration units to filter carbon, to filter oxygen and hydrogen, and feed the oxygen and hydrogen back into the furnace, and then pull the carbon dioxide and the X out of the furnace. So that's what I'm gonna do now. +1 for Indiana Jones reference, yeah. That's pretty much what it would be like if I stood outside on Venus. My face would melt off and I would die. My guy has been living off of a can of tomato soup for like multiple days now. I definitely have the hunger mechanic turned down to like 50%, which I think is default because of how ridiculously challenging this world is. Yeah, you would need SPF like 2000. Well, I mean, the atmospheric pressure would just crush your lungs without a suit on. Wouldn't even matter if you had sunblock or not. Yeah, reaching through the airlock to grab my helmet that fell off. Oh, if my helmet fell off, I'd die. And it's actually pretty easy to accidentally take your helmet off. I just want to add. So here's the atmospherics. That's going to allow me to filter out the bad gases, the fart gases. And then I want a volatiles filter. And then I want an oxygen filter. And this is going to allow me to filter volatiles and oxygen and feed that back into the input. So I'll put these two filters here for now. Volatiles is what they call hydrogen. I don't know why they have like special names for everything. It confuses me and bothers me a little bit, but they do. So with that said, H2 is called volatiles. Chlorine is called X. You know, they have all these funky terms. Yeah, here is what you hear. If I went outside right now, this is what I would hear if I stepped outside. Some of you will get this reference. Yeah. The outside is 550C. For a human, that is bad. Oh, my waste tank's almost full. And filter it. Is hydrogen flammable? Oh, yes, it is. If you had a hydrogen base that's mostly hydrogen and you released oxygen into the base, kaboom, you would super blow up. You would super blow up. It's actually one of the dangers of Vulcan. Vulcan's atmosphere is primarily hydrogen. So if you introduce any oxygen into the atmo, yeah, you'd explode. It's pretty funny when it happens. Cause like, I mean, it depends on how much oxygen you introduce, But like, let's say you were in a pure hydrogen base and you pop the top of this O2 can, the whole, like, it would be like a 50-meter crater in the you know, in the planet. It is super bad. And ridiculously hilarious if and when it happens. So if I did that filtering right, because I haven't used this since, I guess I didn't check it, but I hadn't used this in a while. So I don't know if the filter worked correctly. The other thing I'm going to need to do for all of these double-sided walls is I'm going to need to mine up a bunch more silicon. So I might as well get plastic sheets out of all this silicon that's here. Excuse me. Just because I know I'm going to need a ridiculous amount of plastic sheets. Let's do the gold. So here, let me make sure that this works. We have to remember 783. That's not too hard of a number.
Waste tank critical.
Oh, still 783. Maybe I didn't leave that on long enough. Or maybe there wasn't enough oxygen in this waste tank to actually bother to affect the kilomoles. I think that's probably it. Oh, hi. Yeah. So there's such an item called a stacker that removes this like mega pile up, but stackers are expensive, and I'm not going to be using them right now. They're not that expensive, but like it's cheaper just to print to your heart's content. So now we have a bunch of plastic to be able to plastic up the windows on the other side of the walls. Yeah, H2 only explodes with O2 when the temps and pressures are right enough. Yes, exactly. So if in this game, if it's cold enough, you won't get the super explosion. Surprise stacks are way more fun. I agree. So what's the temp out? Oh, yeah, it's almost cool enough to go outside. And we need to set up the atmospherics. That's right. So for the atmospherics, I'm going to need a little bit more iron for piping. So we're going to want a few more pipes. I'm also going to want a passive vent. And probably iron frames to like be able to put stuff down. Oh, I think we already have iron frames. Yep. All right, so instead of iron frames, the iron sheets to be able to weld. And let's make sure our welder is full. Oh, hey Yoda, you're on. Hey, buddy. Okay, it is cool enough. Let's do it. What temperature did this get midday? 200 and something or another? Yeah, I know it never gets hot enough. So that's the input right here. This is the input. Oh, the input valve. Okay, that was weird. Doesn't that look like it's to the? Yeah, I don't know. Never mind. So this is the output. And what we're going to want here on the output pipe is a volume pump. And I failed to print one of those. Because I want to be able to turn it on demand. Actually, even we don't even need a volume pump. We just need a valve pump like this, pipe valve. Because I don't necessarily want it outgassing all the time. So this pipe valve will face here. It's off. Then we'll want a Oh, glorious. I'm not going to be able to see the frame. We'll want to frame down. Let me grab my mining tool. Okay. Put the mining tool back. Welder. Sheets. One weld's enough. Doesn't need to be airtight. The atmospherics kit. Set to filtration. The filtered output here is going to go back into the input. You know, I'm going to turn this around. It's going to be a little easier. So this is unwanted gas, which is... sounds like all gas to me. So the unwanted gas just dumps. This is the input, which is from the furnace. And let's get some more pipes. $50% here for Yoda. I'm not insulted by that. I am okay with this. You could be here for 100% Yoda. I'd still be cool with that. I mean, he's still behind me a little bit. You could kind of see him. Alright, so here we go. This is the input. I need to get my wrench out. So then this is the output to the input of the filter. And then this is the input to the furnace. Now, the more volume I add to these pipes, it's going to be harder and harder and harder to pressurize our furnace. So min-maxing this design so that the pipes are the shortest possible are ideal in the long run. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm not going to sweat that. How many pipes do you think I need? 3? Probably. Oh, 3. So now the filtered output of this, which will have the filters of... Oops. I'm not on the filtered side. Which have the filters of volatiles and oxygen, which is a little dangerous to have in the same pipe, mind you. So there might be a little bit of explosion here. Just a little bit. In fact, I might want 2 filters for that reason. I don't know. We'll save. We'll save first. Make sure I don't go ziggy-boo-doo explode. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I might blow up. I don't know. I don't usually play. Well, I haven't played this in a long time, and I don't usually play where I have to tinker with the gases like this. Sidger, thanks for the follow. Welcome. I will do a little auto-saving. Cheers. I hope you enjoyed this game so far. Alright, so now for me to know that it's working correctly, I need to get out my furnace, my atmospheric analyzer, and as you can see, it's 10 MPa of mostly CO2 and X. So if I am dehydrated, damn it, every time I'm about to do something important, it's like, please drink water. I could definitely, for new players, I could definitely see them like turning off hydration altogether. So the filter needs to be on, and the tank fill needs to be off. This needs to be on, and you should see the percentages of CO. It's going. Well, it's losing pressure, which is correct. No, I think it's working. Because the moles of O2 and H2 aren't changing. And the moles of CO2 and X, actually all the X has been pulled out, are decreasing. But there's just so much CO2 in here. I think because it's combusting. Is it combusting? Are you blowing up? I think it's just, I think that's what's happening. Oh, Jesus. What is going on? So the temperature in this pipe is like ridiculously hot. But the temperature in the furnace is not. Because it's blowing up in this pipe. It's totally super exploding in this pipe. Yeah, I kind of assumed that that's what was going to happen. Yeah. What's interesting is the... Oh, you know what? It's hot enough for steel. Ha ha ha! Okay. I mean, it didn't work. But it did work. So, suck it, science. It's a terrible design, honestly, because most of the combustion is happening in this stupid pipe and not actually in my furnace. So what I would need to do is I would need to immediately separate out oxygen and hydrogen from one another in parallel for it to work properly. But the net result is the same. I did just get steel. Because I noticed for a brief moment my furnace was hot enough, and I slammed the mold opener and made myself some steel, which should not have worked. So yeah, we're gonna call that an absolute success. Let me go ahead and try to mine some, because now I probably have all the steel for the double windows. So I just need to mine up some silicon for the glass panes and the plastic. And this here looks like... Oh, wait, this is ice? No poo? For real? All right, so I guess there's no oxygen on Venus, but somehow there's liquid ice, which is like totally cool. Because that means I have a source of water that is super easy for me to, you know, to tap. How is there ice? I do not know. I really didn't expect there to be ice. I really thought I would have to do H2 combustion to make my ice. But hey, if they give me ice for free, I take it for free. Yeah, it makes no sense whatsoever. I mean, it would make sense maybe for like there to be super subterranean ice, but no, this makes no sense. Also, my jetpack's probably pretty low, but I can fill that later. Come on, Silicon. Show thyself before it gets hot. I know I'm going to need some iron, so I might as well grab some iron and copper while I'm staring at it, but... yeah, that's a nice chunk of iron. Where's the silicon? Here. You can get pretty weird phases of ice. I just don't think there would be liquid water ice on Venus. Like, I just don't. Weird phases or not, Venus is not pressurized enough to have liquid or frozen water. Like, that just doesn't even make sense. Well, whatever. I'll take it because it's a freebie. Alright, I need to head inside. If you jetpack fast enough, you could definitely kill yourself, by the way. So the other thing I wanted to see is, if I recall correctly, Yeah, there's O2 in this. If I recall correctly, the silicon will outgas considerable oxygen, I think. So we should look at our moles of O2 as this thing works. Yeah, Venus's actual pressure is much higher than this. No, this doesn't seem to be outgassing at all. Maybe I have to do it in a regular furnace. My CO2 is climbing though, but it doesn't seem to be affecting. So that's the silicon that I'm going to need for the window panes. So now the plan is to try to double pane everything meticulously, and then save and do a pressure test. But super weird that I found ices. I'm gonna melt some of these ices. So there goes, it's melted because it was out of my belt, and we should see. I would have thought. Oh, you know what? I think the hydration update made it so that you can't have H2O in your Atmo. My floors are a little bit on level. What do you mean? They can't actually be on level because they're snapped to grid, but sure. Oh, the rocks are rolling. The rocks are rolling because this smelter is outgassing and it's pushing air around. So it's always going to roll away from the smelter. The smelter is just, you can see the air lines here a little bit going right to left because this smelter is producing gas. It's a smart idea to, if you see my pressure here, my KPA is, well, it's sort of climbing. It's because this is outgassing a little bit. Smelter is windy, yeah. I guess that's the easy way to put it. If you wanted to see real wind, I would open up this door and you'd get a real wind, but I don't think that's probably a smart idea given it's 500 degrees out. Oh, but because of my genius, I have to go chase. All right, so this silicon here, it's gonna go into the auto lathe, and we'll make glass. We'll make 25 glass. Didn't I have more resources in this? Did it just like roll away into some obscure corner? I thought I had copper on me. Actually, I'm dang near sure of it. Where'd my copper go? Did it roll over here? Nope. Didn't roll into one of these. Nope. I need overhead lights? Yeah, I do. I could actually make them pretty easy. Let me do that right now. How's that sound? You can demand projects for me. It's fine. So, light. I don't need a grow light. I just need regular lights. I'm gonna print 2 of them up. So there's different types of lights. There's wall lights, there's LEDs, there's long lights, long angled lights. So if I had a long angled light here, that would be kind of nice. Because it would illuminate the room well. And then there's long wide lights. So like these 2 lights, when plugged in, would produce some good visibility. But for real, where is that copper? There, print the rest of that up. And then I'll get this cabled up. Nah, it wasn't in my belt. I checked the belt. All right, so here's my 25 glass sheets. Check the donut shop. Donut shop for copper. It's not in there. I don't know. I only mined a teeny bit. Yeah, but I mined some. And the some that I mined, I have no idea where it is. I mean, you know, whatever. Oh, I only mined iron? Did I really? I'll believe you. Because I don't have evidence to the contrary. So let's get these lights wired up. We will take it from here. Run this cable to the wall. I might run out of cables here, but I can always print more. Boom. And then this one is going to be easy because there's cables right next to it to wire into. I'm not even going to need more cables. There. So now I have a little bit of light. As you can see, there's definite shadows. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the shadows are even harder when you're in vacuum. That there is the concept of scattering. But I could be making that up. I don't have lights everywhere though. I just have those two. But I mean that's pretty good. I think light here and like a light here might be useful. It'd be hard to put a light around here because there's not a frame to attach it to. Yeah, atmospheric diffusion. That's the word I was trying to think of. Yeah, and this game is copper in the airlock. No, I mean, if this thing was outgassing, right? Let's think this through. If this was outgassing, it would have blown this way. Did it somehow get back here? Nope. Ollie oxen free. I don't know. It didn't go into the import slots. That's fine. It's actually cool enough for me to go outside, I think. So I'm gonna grab my plastic sheets and my newly minted glass and start on double windowing. So I'm only going to do 25 double windows for now because it's really, really, really hard to tell what is double paned. So anytime I put down a window frame, the plastic part, I want to put the pane down, but I don't have as many panes as I have glass. Or I don't have as many glass as I have plastic. But it's, you know, you can imagine how annoying it would be to try to figure out, oh, where did I leave off? So it's good to do both at once, or otherwise you're going to be confused as hell. Thank you all for watching episode 5 of Rhadamant Plays Venus Stationeers. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. Keep it in mind that there are many hours left to air of these streams. And also, this is a video game, so it's not supposed to mimic real-life Venus. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule, countdown timer, and all the other resources you need to catch a live stream. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you next episode, or an upcoming stream. Farewell, everybody.